And now, here's your What's the 411 news brief.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to What's the 411. And we got another news brief for you guys. It looks like the Proud Boys are trying to make their little rounds a little at a time here and there. You know, as of late, the last couple of years or so, the Proud Boys have been in and out of the news. And today, we got one of the chapter leaders of the Proud Boys, Andrew Walls. He was at some type of bar of some sort, got drunk, got intoxicated, and then was yelling some racial slurs. I don't know if it was directed directly towards the black woman, but my understanding is that this black woman heard the racial slurs, and so she decided to let him know that that wasn't cool, and she had every right to do so. And at some point, Andrew Walls, the Proud Boys chapter leader, or one of the chapter leaders, was arguing with some other, seemed like it was some white males. We're not going to show you a video. I was going to show it, and I was going to show this video up until, the confrontation and the back and forth words, or not really much of a back and forth, but I was going to show that up until the actual punch made contact with this black woman. But I don't think I'm going to do that. All right. I think I'm just going to give you some description of it, and we're going to look into it a little bit deeper on the court side of things, I guess you could say, and then we're going to get up out of here. So anyway, like I said, I'll describe the video a little bit to you from what I saw. Had to search a few videos to get the actual raw verbal back and forth, because there were some videos that were out that kind of blocked out using the N-word and cuss words here and there. But the video I found had the everything in it, the cuss words, the N-word being spoken, to verify he actually did say this. Not that I need to verify that, but you know how some people get. And so the video that I seen, he was already outside of the bar. It was kind of out on the sidewalk, I guess right in front of the bar. He looked to be arguing with some other, or having some word exchange with some other white male. And there seemed to be about 2 or 3 white males in the video shot at the time. One of them appeared to be Andrew's friend, and I guess he was trying to keep Andrew back because he was drunk. And when you get drunk, control yourself, so you start running your mouth and saying some things. And so apparently one of the dudes that appeared to be some type of associate, a friend of his, was trying to put his hand on him to keep Andrew back from doing anything to anybody. Then at some point, you can hear the black woman in the background, or a woman in the background, kind of saying, did he just use the N-word? And then Andrew made his way over towards where the black woman was. She appears to be a lighter skinned black woman. And he appeared to started walking towards her direction, and because the buddy that was with him wasn't able to keep him back, and then keep the other guys who were arguing with him back as well. So Andrew was able to make it around his buddy. And then Andrew called the black woman, said something about shut up, something to the effects of shut up, B-U-N, and then went off and took a punch. And one video, the video where you have the raw, where you can actually hear him say the actual words using the racial slurs and everything, if I remember right, you couldn't hear the pop when he punched the black woman in the face. But other videos, you can hear the actual, when he punched her, you can hear actual popping noise. So I don't know. Well, we'll just leave it at that. You can hear the actual popping noise when the fist made contact to her face. And then it kind of stays on for a second longer, and then it kind of shows a still frame of her showing her lip, the inside of her lip being busted. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look a little bit deeper into this, and we'll comment on the other side here. They pull this up. We already got it up here. All right. So Andrew Walls, a leader of the Akron, that's Akron, Ohio, Akron Canton chapter of the Proud Boys in Ohio, a leader of the far-right group Proud Boys, was charged with assault on Sunday. That's I believe that was February the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. All right, February 27th, and let me see here. He was charged with assault on Sunday after he was caught on video shouting racial slurs at a black woman and then punching her in the face. Andrew Walls, 26. He looks way older than that. I guess that alcohol aged him up. Was reportedly drunk outside of an Ohio bar, and you can definitely see that in any of the videos you might find, and was seen scuffling with other patrons while spewing racial slurs. At one point, the victim, the 23-year-old woman, Cameron Morgan, passed by with a friend when she heard Walls and others around him screaming effing N-words. We were like, you can't say that. That's not okay. She told her dad, who's a local teacher and former sports writer. Let me get this pulled up a little bit more here. Former sports writer, and David Lee Morgan is her dad's name, David Lee Morgan Jr., who recorded the conversation and provided a transcript. Now, hold on a minute. You mean to tell me, if I'm reading this correctly, you mean to tell me your dad was with you? Let me read this again real quick. We were like, you can't say that. That's not okay. She told her dad, local teacher and former sports writer David Lee Morgan Jr., who recorded the conversation and provided a transcript to Huffington Post. In the video, Walls points his finger at Morgan, calls her the N-word, and then says, "B, shut your mouth," and punches her directly in the face. According to Morgan's father, Walls also dragged her into the street by her hair. Now that part is not in the video. As the video circulated online, it was discovered that Walls is the vice president of the Akron Canton chapter of the Proud Boys. Walls was charged with possessing a firearm while intoxicated and assault. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Morgan's injuries may lead to his assault charge being upgraded to a felony. The Akron Beacon report, supposedly. He could also be charged with ethnic intimidation, with an ethnic intimidation charge. All right. So the way this seems like it seems like Cameron's dad was there. And you mean to tell me he didn't get in? You know, I could be wrong, because in the video, after that happened, after she got punched in the face, you can hear a male say, "That's a woman," and then he came, or before that, or right after she got punched, a male comes into the picture, into the frame of the video, and starts swinging at Andrew and says, "Hey, that's a woman. That's a woman." And I don't know if that was her dad, but it definitely was another male that came in her defense. And if that was her dad, it appears her dad is a white male. And I find that, if that is the case, I find that very, very interesting, because I'm pretty sure if it was a black dad, it wouldn't even got to her getting punched in the face. I'm pretty sure, because as soon as you started walking towards that direction, I'm sure it would have been on and popping right there. So if I could figure out or hear from others and verify if that's the case, if that was her dad that came into the picture in the video frame after she got punched in the face, instead of whatever male that was could have came and walked forward as Andrew was approaching Cameron, that way putting himself in between the two, she would have never got punched in the face. That's another lesson of another day. That's some bodyguard tips or close protection tips. That's on another channel of mine, so I won't get so deep into that. The whole point is, if that was her dad there, I find that interesting, and that was her dad, and there was appears to be a white male in the picture. And knowing your child is a black female or mixed, if you will, but for Andrew to use the N-word, apparently she must appear to him to look black. And so that says a lot about her dad. If that was indeed her dad, I find that super, like I said, that's real crazy, to be honest with you. So that's real crazy. That is real crazy. I can't even understand that one. And then again, I can probably understand it to a degree, why he didn't do something, because he might identify with the same race as Andrew. And so you know how they trust each other to his daughter's detriment. You know what I mean? Well, that's it. That's it, man. You guys can comment below. Let me know what you guys think about that, because that part of the dynamic. Oh, one more thing before I get out of here. The ethnic intimidation charges. That seems a little bit crazy, because it's possible. I know I read some other articles saying it's possible he might get some other charges. However, that should have went to hate crime straight off. It should have just went to a federal charge right then and there, or the state should have went on and called in for the federal charge to be taking place. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's available, and the state can do that, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. But from what I understand, what's the name of that hate crimes? I think it's the James Matthew something Byrd Hate Crimes Act, which was signed into law by Obama, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the state can ask for the feds to come in. And what's interesting about this whole thing in itself, and I guess it's not really a surprise, they're being real light and lenient. There's the saying, like, they brought up the fact that he's getting charged with possession of a firearm, which, yeah, he should, but kind of being real light on speaking about the actual assault, saying, yeah, he might get assault based on her injuries. He might face an assault charge. That should be automatic. It shouldn't be based on no injuries that he should be charged with an assault charge. So I find that kind of real crazy off the bat. But again, you guys comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes out on this one. All right. So that's it, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. This is What's the 411? And I'm out of here. Peace.
And now, here's your What's the 411 news brief.